Welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. A big thank you for the support you're granting this platform. Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the Ugandan president, has decided to leave a legacy that I think maybe nobody will match the legacy Museveni is leaving behind. It doesn't matter everybody in this world, everybody, even me Kakasungura, I have my worst side and I have my best side of the story. Meaning, there are people around me who feel I am not worth or I have suppressed them. And the people somewhere who feel Kakasungura has done good and he stands a chance to again lead if such an opportunity exists in our respective areas where we are leading. Everyone has his advantages and disadvantages. Even Museveni has his own disadvantages in leadership and advantages. But allow me to hail him for the austerity decision he has made. And I think if we were to recommend a teacher for William Ruto on governance, not on how to stay in power longer, but on how to order austerity measures and work by them, Museveni is a perfect lecturer. In 2024, Ruto read for us austerity measures he has taken, and none of it is currently in force. None. When there were Gen Z protests, Ruto came in public and said, "My government has come up with a decision on the following austerity measures." The most common one is going to reduce his advisors to 3 or 2 or 1. It never came to pass, and instead, Ruto kept on employing advisors up to 20 plus something. The austerity measure never worked. Ruto announced that he was going to reduce outside the country travels. It never worked. Every day, Ruto is traveling. Today is in South Africa. Murkomen na Sakaja recently wamekuwa sijui ni wapi kusoma mambo ya polisi. Recently, William Ruto, the first lady, Musalia Mudavadi, William Kabogo, and the rest walikuwa sijui ni wapi. The austerity measures never worked. But Museveni has been elected again. And this is what he has done this time round. What is worth of praise? Sio vitu yote tunakosoa. But allow me to say this. The Ugandan government stopped in the new term of 5 years. Museveni said, "I want to retire a man who has removed some burden from Ugandans." And he has said this time round, the Ugandan government stopped the funding and hosting of large-scale public celebrations. The permanent secretary and the secretary of the treasury, Dr. Ramadan Gobi, announced that these changes will take effect with the 2026-2027 financial year budget. This is commendable. Let me ask you, Ruto went to Wajir to celebrate Madaraka Day. Of what benefit is it to the people of the Republic of Kenya? That event, of what benefit is it? It is only wasting public resources. And from Museveni on this one, I agree with him. And I wish William Ruto could borrow, but because he is greedy and he also eats from those functions, he cannot stop funding them. Listen, the 14 officially recognized public holidays, such as Independence Day, Labor Day, and NRM Liberation Day, they remain non-working days for the public, banks, and the government offices. But no more expensive national parades. Museveni says the government will no longer spend billions of shillings on massive public gatherings, parades, tents, security deployments, and catering for these events. Presidential broadcast, instead of presiding over large public crowds across the country, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni will address the nation directly from State House via live radio and television broadcast. Kaa State House, itisha ma TV, ongea na Wakenya. Hapana panda ndege kutoka Nairobi mpaka Wajir ati unaenda kuzungumzia huko. Of what benefit is it? The Treasury said that this is cost-cutting measure to curb government wastage. The billions saved from these events will be redirected to wealth creation, industrialization, infrastructure, and economic programs to boost household incomes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, public events are made to loot. The avenues for people to loot. Let me show you. Actually, there's a document I want to show you. I want to show you a rough budget of a National Madaraka Day, yeah? Nilikuwa nayo hapa Madaraka Day celebration in Kenya. Nilikuwa nayo hapa. Acha nikuonyeshe, imenipotelea kidogo. It's here. A rough budget of a National Madaraka Day celebration. Taka nikuonyeshe a rough budget. Now, the rough budget, the pay operational budget typically ranges between 100 to 150 million. Imagine one event, 100 to 150 million. So ile event ilikuwa pale Wajir. Serikali ya Kenya ilitoboka milioni 150 just for that particular event that took only 3 hours. So in 3 hours, Ruto amekula 150 million. In 3 hours. Ile event ya Wajir ilichukua masaa matatu only. 3 hours and 35 minutes. So in those 3 hours and 35 minutes, 150 million is gone. Ndio maana Museveni anasema, mimi nimezeeka, mimi ni mzee. And by the way, do you know Museveni gave his government to women? 50% of his government. Hii Ruto amekuwa akisema lakini imemshinda. But Museveni achieved exactly 50% of his cabinet women. Those are verified facts. If you are a Ugandan in this platform, I have the likes of Enid Gakuya, you can confirm, my sister. Uganda, Museveni this time round decided to give 50% of his government to women and 50% to men. So ni 50-50. Ruto alitangaza hiyo Ruto announced this 2022. He announced He brought women together. Women cheered, clapped. He never achieved it. He didn't. He didn't even manage even 30% of the cabinet women. He didn't even manage. But then, anyway, Museveni, congratulations. I am proud of you and I'm really happy. God bless you. See you the next episode. Asanteni sana.